Tier 3 Resource Ranking for Program Review. How to log into Noventive. Good news, you don't have to log in. You will receive an email from noreply@noventive.com, and at the very bottom of that email, you're going to see a little box that looks like this. It's going to say to view, go to, and you will see that there will be a unique to you URL where you can just click on it and it will take you straight to where you need to go in Noventive. You can also bookmark the URL above to return to your assignments at any time. So once you click on that unique URL, you're going to be dropped off in a little area that says My Assignments, and it looks like this. Okay, so this is already in the Noventive site. I blocked this off just so you, because these are student learning outcomes, but yours will say the same thing. It'll tell you it's from Jan, what unit or the assignment type, and it will tell you that it's all of the stuff for the ranking, okay? So it will give you some details, but then you'll see that there is little arrows right here on the right hand side. So go ahead and click those, and those are going to take you directly to the Noventive site where you will be doing the ranking. Okay, so now that you've pressed that little arrow, you are going to land here. And if you wanted to go back to the previous screen, you would click over here to go to My Assignments. Okay, so once you are again here, you're able to look at all of your different resources all at once that you should be ranking. I do want to show you here quickly all of this information. If you would like to print out your resource ranking rubric, you can. And all you have to do is click this little arrow, this little printer, and you should be able to print out from there. Okay, but all of this information, so for example, any of this, right, or even this stuff, it will be in there, and I'll show you for really quick just to demonstrate that everything is in there, right? If legal mandate 1, if you click on it, that requests legal mandates, FD, blah, 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 which is up here, right? Shows up right there. So that will be there. So let me go take you back, hold up. So again, now that you're here, you're able to see that. Again, this menu up here is if you want to see your resource requests right here, if you want to see a little bit of your slider, 50% or mostly slider, okay? I would suggest going with the 50-50 unless you want to print out your resource request and then go, have it in your hands. You can do that as well, but I would do that and then make sure, again, hold up, let me go back. This is the previous one, so make sure you're selecting the appropriate one, okay? And this is the one that you want, and this is the rubric. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just skip the first one and go into this one. And this one is the desktop scanners, okay? So to go ahead and get started, you're going to hit this plus sign really quick. So you're gonna go ahead and click plus. And then here you are going to get started with your user role. Okay, so this role is whatever role you are in that is in the Finance and Budget Committee. Make sure you select the one that you are. So if you're a student member, select that. If you're a co-chair faculty or a co-chair faculty alternative, select that. Whatever it is, make sure you select the correct one. So again, this is the report, so I'm going to go ahead and click on it and have it here because that way I can see it side by side. So when you are scoring, I would suggest to heavily to just go through all the requests first on this report. Just kind of read through it, just that way, you could rank them all in a non-biased form. And I say that because sometimes if we start rating them one way and then you realize, you know what, I should have looked through them all because now I feel like now that I've read this one, I would have rated that other one higher or lower, right? So just make sure you go through them again and again. Heavy suggestion, you're going to rate however you're going to rate, okay? And this is in order, so whatever the first one is will come out first. I did select the second one. So here, if you look up on the top left corner where it says desktop scanners, you will see that that is the request name. So you'll be able to say, okay, yeah, this one matches, okay? And this is everything that is in there. So as you can see here, it says you're going to give it a 0 for a low, so not a legal mandate, health and safety concern, or accrediting body requirement, and 1 if it's the resource is tied to a legal mandate, health concerns, safety concerns, or accrediting body requirement. So if for under block 1, legal mandate, so right here, block 1, right, it tells you indicate which block areas your resource request is eligible, select all that apply. They selected not applicable, so for me I would go okay, so it's not applicable, so it's not a legal mandate, so I'm going to give all of these a 0, for example. Okay, and I'm not telling you how to vote, I'm just doing an example of what I would do, and then just basing it off of what the scoring for blocks are. Okay, so then here, before I even read it or anything, for this example, if it says NA, I'm going to give it a 0, and if it says, even if it's amazing, I'm just going to give them 2s just for the example. Okay, so you do it as however you want to rate it. So right, 0, low, minimal, or no connection to criteria. 1, low, fair, partial, or limited connection. 2, good, connected to the criteria, supported with examples. 3, superior, fully connected to the criteria, supported with compelling examples and evidence. So for block 2, resource request necessity, again, if you click here, you'll be able to see what that block 2 resource request necessity ranking from that rubric says, right? So the explanation of resource request necessity should provide a brief narrative of why the resource request is justified and how the funds will be used, and the return on investment calculated, and so on and so on. So after I read all of this, then, and I see these scores that I've already read over here, how to do that, then I'm going to come over here to my block 2, and that first one, right, for resource request necessity, which is right here, I'm going to read what it says, and then whatever I think that is, 0, 1, or 2, or 3, you're going to go ahead and select. Like I said, I'm just going to select 2. Then I'm going to read again the alignment for 2 key priority areas, so I'm reading that, and then I'm going to see, oh, they said NA, so I'm going to give it a 0. Number 2, again, alignment to EMP. I'm going to read what that alignment is over here, then I'm going to come to the alignment to EMP. I'm going to read this and go, okay, I think it is, again, whatever number you say. I'm going to just do a 2. And then again, diversity, equity, imperatives, right? So I am reading, going through everything, and then I come back and I read it. I'm like, okay, perfect. I think this is a 2 again, whatever it is. And then again, innovation, same thing. Read through that, go through it, look at it again, and then decide on my score what it would be. Now, finally, I do want to emphasize that we do have an overall comment section. So if there's any comments you have, or if you're like, oh, I scored it this way, but this is why I scored it this way. If you want to give us those comments, please put them in. That's what that comment box is for. And then once you are done with that, just go ahead and click save, and you are done with this one, okay? I'm not going to click save because I'm not really scoring this, but you make sure you click save, okay? Or you can, actually for this one, it's just click save, okay? Just click save, and then you're going to close it. For me, it's going to say this because I haven't changed any, because I don't want to save anything. And then I'm going to click close again, and it'll take you back to these, okay? At any time, you could go back to my assignments, and then you will see how that screen changes, okay? So I'm going to switch up just to show you what it would look like. So if you went back to the go to my assignments, you would be back here. If you would have saved, if you completed one, it is no longer going to say not started. It will say that it has been completed. There's also this little area over here, so you could also filter them by the ones that have not been submitted or not started, or you could also just go through all of the ones that you have submitted, okay? But after that, you are pretty much done with this area until once you have completed all of them and they all have said completed or submitted, okay? So thank you so much, and if you have any questions, please contact your program review team. Thank you.